administration, we have Ilana Phyllis. Anything admin related, she is your person. And then Shanipa Mahaman also joined us recently. She is our media and IT person. So can we give them a round of applause? And then I will give all the time over now to Terina.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Come on, ladies. Look what me. Look how you look at yourself and look up and okay, like Shanika said, I'm Lynn. I'm head of support at NMS. Recently joined, but having an exciting time. I always said that one day when I take the platform, I'm going to share testimony. I wasn't ready for the testimony quite yet. I'm supposed to stand here and tell everybody NMS and the overview when I was started. But 3 sentences about where I am now. Mr. Godfrey will speak a bit about that later. I was also the person that believed in this stuff. I was also the person that said, wow, scary, wow, this, wow, that. Until I got a message in my inbox. Island, do you know Excel? I'm like, yes. Come and see me. Okay? That was my foot in at the door at NMS. And what I've learned thus far is, and it's an old English proverb that says, give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. Teach him to fish, you'll feed him for a lifetime. NMS, guys, is about educating. Yes, there's money. We all have money. We can't live without money. But if you don't know what NMS is about, how it started, why it started, then you won't know the man behind NMS. Okay, so NMS has started with Mr. Godfrey having many thoughts, many doubts, many resignations, many failures in life, and that is where we all start. Okay? Got the brainchild in his head, locked himself up, wrote the book. Why write the book? Any millionaire that you know today has written a book. That alone tells you that he's here to teach the skill. He's here to share the knowledge. Okay? Like Hosea 4:6 says, a man shall perish for lack of knowledge. Okay? If you don't know how to survive, you're going to die. If you don't know how to do something, you'll fail in it. So, NMS is about education. It's about teaching the skill, how to, what about, everything about NFTs, private sales, and crypto. Yes, the misconceptions, Mr. Godfrey will deal with later. Okay? It's a, I can say, family-oriented business because he's a family man. Hence, you make sure that he has time freedom, education freedom, financial freedom, so we can spend time with his family. I'm sure as we are sitting here tonight, most of you I know, because of your profile pictures, not here with most of you, but we're not there yet, are we? That's why we're still sitting here, because we need to know more. I can't teach you that, because I'm where you are. The only man that can teach us that is Mr. Godfrey himself. Ladies and gentlemen,
good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's amazing to be here. I'm talking for myself, not. I don't know about you guys, but from the front, looking here, these people took out an hour of the day to listen to me. So I always tell people, you know what? If I'm gonna have 200 people on the call and I'm gonna coach for 1 hour, that means I'm actually playing with 200 hours. So if I don't do a good job, I've just wasted 200 hours because at the end of the day, we are like almost 4 years. So I'm gonna do my best to share with you guys everything that I've learned over the 7 years since I got started. Obviously, I won't be able to go into detail with everything, but I'm going to give you a good overview. So many of us have missed Bitcoin because, I mean, so many people were scammed, etc. You hear a lot of things. So I believe that with education, you'll be able to make more informed decisions. So, dan gaan jy mos nou begin meer vertrou van die bestaan. So I have a lot of people who say, you know what, Lucian, I've got 1,000 rand or I've got 10,000 rand. Now they get started. But once I teach them, etc., and they, a month, 2 months afterwards, and say, no, I've got 500,000, because it comes with understanding. You're not gonna just jump in with both feet, etc. And I'm not expecting you even to join us tonight. I'm just here to educate you based on what I learned. And when I look at you guys, then I don't see individuals necessarily. I see families, because I found myself as an Uber driver on weekends and a courier driver on a weekday. I drove to Mossel Bay in the morning, and then I deliver F&B's cards, and then I come back 5 o'clock, I drive there. Tomorrow morning at 3, 4 o'clock, I go to George or Mossel Bay, go deliver cards, come back. By woensdag gaan kyk al skeer al, jy staan stil en het lyk die kar gaan verby jou to where you were tired. So my kids saw me on Sunday night when they go to sleep. Monday morning I'm so early, going to work, they don't see me. I come back late at night, they don't see me. I had to do something. I don't know about you, but if you're looking at kids using drugs, I didn't have medical problems yet, but I knew that if it goes on like this, so I had to do something. So that is why I learned the skill. And I don't know where you are finding yourself, but this skill will, if you take it in and you implement it, then it has the power to generate a high income skill. And that obviously leads to financial time, innovation failure. I'm just going to sit on my section. Okay, so I'm fortunate. It's the second time I'm doing it in PE. I must say that obviously when I go to Cape Town, Joburg, etc., let's face it, they are a bit faster than us here in PE. So, I'm always excited to do it here, even though we are a bit more, but PE is catching play now because people are understanding and that is why they are obviously taking action. So, and I'm fortunate every time when I do it in PE, then there's someone with an amazing testimonial. So the last time when I was here, Carlo was here. Carlo Buchner, white guy from Peterson, he was here and he could share how he made 1.8 million within his first year with us. And today, Mr. Hockman is here. Many of you know him because he's the guy who does the aluminium and so everything aluminium, windows, doors, everything aluminium, guys. That's the man. He's in Galvindale, but he joined us and he doesn't have a lot of time because he's handling a business. But he joined us within his first month. I'm not going to share the names yet. Let's give him a
Okay. Alright, I'm just going to pack all my luggage first, ladies and gentlemen.
Get that to wallet to up there.
The wallet is here. Okay. First of all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Port Elizabeth, Kaberga, as we know it. My name is Colin Brockman, and I'd like to welcome you to NMS tonight. Are you guys excited to be here?
Oh yes.
Okay, ik kan hem niet zo vasthouden. So are you ready to make money in your Mali to become financially free? Lekker. Guys, as I said, I'm Colin, and tonight I want to share my journey with regards to cryptocurrency. And very important, the cycles. Right? Now, I've been involved in the crypto space since 2018. Right? And that's where I met a good buddy of mine, our leader, Mr. NMS himself, Luciano Godfrey. Now back then, all we knew was Bitcoin and how to hodl. Now hodl means hold on for dear life. Right?
Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever hear about Bitcoin? And I suppose most of you thought it was a scam. Now why I mentioned cycles earlier, I'm going to explain. In my crypto, NFT, private sale, etc., there's always ups and down cycles, which normally last for a 4-year period. Okay? So the down cycles is when you buy, when the price is going down, when it's basically in the red, that's when you buy. And the up cycles is when it's green, and that's when you're supposed to be selling. Right? Now I bought Bitcoin in 2018 at about 100,000 per Bitcoin. So I spent about 300,000 on 3 Bitcoins. Alright? The question to you guys, also to you with the specs. If you took 300,000 and banked it for 3 years, what would your ROI be today?
Much less.
About, if you can give me a figure. Say you invested 300,000 in 2018 and you withdrew it in 2021. How much do you think you'd have had or made?
I would think at 10% would be 30%.
So about 330,000.
Yeah.
Give and take. Okay. Right. I invested in Bitcoin in 2018. Like I said, I spent 300,000 on 3 Bitcoin. Right now, the current price of Bitcoin is at 570,000 Rand per Bitcoin. Right, so I mean you can do the maths on that. Nou, ek gaan maar 'n bietjie Afrikaans op praat.
Yes, yes.
Alright. Nou my vrou het gaan moan uit dit jy bly met Bitcoin, jy bly met crypto. Mense dit mos hoe moan die vrouens man. Hey, en so aangegaan. So from 2018 to 2021, because remember I told you about cycles. So you have a 4-year cycle. 2017 is when it's your bull cycle. Your next bull cycle will be in 2021, and the next one in 2024, if I'm correct there.
Yes.
Right. So I joined when it was a bear market in 2018 and bought and sold it at the peak in 2021. So anyway, long story short, when I sold my Bitcoin in 2021 after 3 years of holding, with the 300,000, I made over 3 million. Now if you compare to what a bank would give you, 30,000 over 3 years, and over a 3-year period. I don't know if it's 1,000 X or how much X that was, but it was way over 3 million. And you know what my wife asked me when she saw how much I made after all that moaning? Why didn't you invest more money in that? To say no, no. I don't know, but she see the money, so that's a different story, you know. Yeah, that's the women. So guys, this is where I made life-changing decisions. All right. Look, since 2021, I slagged a bit with the cryptocurrencies. I made money, and the year after that, I just took it easy, you know, up until about 6 months ago. So I decided, look here, it's time to make a move now. And that's when I had a problem, and it was a simple problem, and I called up a friend of mine, Mr. Luciano, to help me. And his response was, no problem, but it's going to cost you $600. Dink ek, ja, so what's a braas deal? Huh? Anyway, time went by, and I decided, hey, I can only so sit. So I said, okay, let me give Luciano a call. And tell him, Luciano, okay, come around, man. I'll pay you the 600 Rand. So he came around, we sorted out the problem, and then we started chatting. And that's when he mentioned NMS, this very company we're sitting in today. And he explained, but deep down, I was listening to him, but deep down, to suck it on what I say, on the rand, man. I'm saying, man, 600 Rand. But anyway, So I listened and I thought to myself, listen, this is a brilliant concept and a great business opportunity, you know. I told him, Luciano, sign me up for the V2 package. So instead of spending 600 Rand, I ended up spending 42,000 Rand that day. But anyway, that has changed my life completely. Now I've been with NMS for just over 2 months. Luciano, can be about over 2 months?
Can be.
And because of the scores that Luciano is offering, and the fantastic coaching, and the support system, I must mention that the support system is also excellent. And that is, you know, their whole attitude to everything just makes this journey so much easier. And I also must mention to watch all the videos issued by NMS to educate yourself and do your own research as well. Because I follow up on all the videos, but I do a lot of reading. It's out of YouTube. If I don't understand this, I research it, or if I got a problem, I phone my man Luciano, or we go on a Zoom call and tell me, Colin, okay, Mark, do this. And it helps. Simple things. Now, can you believe that in these 2 months, being a member of NMS, Luciano Godfrey's coaching, with his coaching, I paid the 42,000 Rand, what it sort of amounted, but I've made in the last 2 months over 500,000 Rand. That's in rands. And to count all, I even want an iPad. I never want anything in my life, I want an iPad. And that's not all. I even got a jacket also. So I'm in luck. And that was only after spending 42,000. Look, with the investing, I invested in about 50,000. Right? Guys, NMS is offering us a chance of a lifetime with NFTs, private sales, pre-sales, to get into the market early. Now the idea is the earlier you get into the market, you have more of an advantage before it actually launches on the decks. Right? So I suggest you guys sign up for the course ASAP to make life-changing wealth. Guys, lastly, the opportunity is there to become a millionaire in the next 2 to 3 years. It is possible. But remember something, it takes patience, and remember the cycles of when to buy and when to sell. Lastly, I just want to say thank you so much to the NMS team, and enjoy it further, guys. Thanks.
Must be a block over my face. Must make a green block. That white must be over my face. Make a block over my face.
Stand still.
It's fine if it doesn't work. Right? Okay. It's fine. Try again. Put me in the center of the block.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I'm just into the settings. Okay, guys. First, guys, let's give Colin another round of applause. Thank you so much, Colin, for being willing to share your testimony. Obviously, we've been here for a couple of years, and not everyone is willing to share, because we know what happens. Yeah, the women are listening. But yeah. So, firstly, I would like to thank you guys for investing the time, and let's get right into it. I see a lot of familiar faces, so I'm tempted to speak Afrikaans, but because of the video, let us try and accommodate everyone. So just a short background of myself. I grew up in Shorterville. I went to DJ Low, and then Frankie, and then Skinny. On the way, man.
Ja, we komen niet zo praat mee naar.
Okay. I haven't seen him in like 10 years or what?
Livingston.
Yes, Livingston. So I went to Livingston and then we moved to Malabar. Ons huis gehad en ons altyd agter my ander se gebly. So then we lived in the shack. So then we moved to Malabar. Between Malabar and Gardendale, there were the RTP houses were built. 2004 they built RTP houses, etc. So I always suffered from the Afrikaanse minder waardigheidscomplex. I always felt inferior to others, etc. But I knew deep down, especially when listening to a sermon, yes, there's a hymn that we sing. This is my Father's work, and my fellow believers, they're like, yo, you really taking this seriously? This is your Father's work because this is our Father's work. So drove Uber, etc. I had a lot of jobs. I don't like winter, so I worked a lot of years in construction. So every year, this time of the year, and I resign. It's never a business. It's so cold outside. So then I would fail and then come back, etc. But I resigned so many times, it can be over 10 times. So please don't go and do what I did. I didn't have a favorite back then. But then I figured out how to actually do it. And this industry helped me because the last time when I resigned was when I started with this. And I never looked back. Long story short, you guys have heard. So tonight, it's not about myself, and it's all about you. You have a testimonial, and tonight is all about teaching you how you can profit between $1,000 and $10,000 by selling NFTs and investing with iron skills. Now, how much is $1,000? Anyone?
$20,000.
20,000? Okay, the rand is so weak, guys. It's almost 20 rand a dollar. So which means it's 20,000 rand. So my goal is basically to teach you skill in order to make that. My mother worked as a machinist. She said the only answer of the dinner. And she said, and oil was like almost 2 rand, etc. So she earned 300 rand per week. But 80 rand can you still buy food for a family of, we are 4 and she, a family of 5.
Just one bottle of oil.
You can't. One bottle of oil. Unfortunately, I'm not doing the groceries anymore, and my wife can drive, so she just go and do that. But at the end of the day, she worked many hours, spent a lot of time away from us in order to raise us. But at the end of the day, I'm going to try and teach you guys a skill where you can generate that without having to sell your time. If you read my book, you understand why I'm so I'm stressing this point. If you manage to generate an income without selling your time, then you have your life back. Right? So at the end of the day, that is the main goal of tonight. The last time I was here, my other one, they got lost, and then I bought a new one. It's the first time I'm using this, but it's failing me here. But yeah, I want my old one back. I have my laptop nader sit.
Speak the fine.
Can you come sit here, please? Okay. What will be covered here tonight? I built my business globally, guys, just on Zoom. So that's why you see the call, but obviously we are here in person. So I know a lot of people, they want to see you in flesh. So that is why I'm going to do this. So I'm going to speak a bit about mindset, what NFTs are, what private sales are and how they work. I'm also going to share our unique strategy. Colin spoke about cycles. I want you to make mental notes. It's important to understand cycles because it was in a bear market when Carlo made that money, and it was because of the strategy that we used. Then, once again, we have some bonuses, so I'm looking forward to give away some bonuses. Mr. Rockman shared much about these bonuses. There's an iPad there, he has some jackets, but we'll get to that afterwards. Eh? So, let's move. Now, 2 years ago, I was fortunate to take 500,000 rand. It's like $25,000. When you speak in the hands of lectures, $500,000, is this $25,000? I mean, you can't brag of being a millionaire in South Africa because the hand is so weak. You can say, I speak Northern AI, I say 4 minutes furniture. So, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but a million is not a million anymore than it used to be back in the day. So, I'm going to speak about mindset. So, I took $500,000, $25,000. I had to buy certain into a certain ecosystem. I had to buy tokens. But when I got in, when I got those, when I bought that, it opened up a door for me. Now suppose that is the door. So I didn't know what's going on in here. So if I didn't have that, so I bought in, and that is when I really realized that the H stage. Because what I learned in that group, remember, it's not money out of pocket. I still have the tokens, but if I were to sell any of it, they would take me out of that room. Because even those tokens, they went up in value. It's even close to $1 million now. So it's not money out of pocket. However, it allowed me to get into a room. Now, in the hands or US dollars, you would call people millionaires. Now, in crypto, we don't call you a millionaire, we call you a whale. If you have a lot of crypto or a lot of NFTs, we call you a whale. What do we call you? A whale. So, these are a group of whales. So, they have a lot of cryptocurrency or NFTs. So, I had to fork out X amount of money in order to get there. But I soon realized that in that group, everyone has the same mindset. And therefore I can say that success is mindset. Those guys in that group, those whales, they take action, they take it fast. But when it comes to taking profit, they are patient. Everything works in cycles, guys. When guys even tells us parables, he would speak about in due season, certain things happen. Because oftentimes we want things to happen on our time. And at church, we have every elections every year, 2 years, 5 years, presidents. You don't. I used to work on an orange farm. We don't plant oranges in winter. That is the time when you are here. So there's a time to plant and there's a time to sow. So Colin spoke about cycles. So it's important that you understand that yes, there's a time to buy and there's a time to sell. Geld is net nummers op 'n skerm. So if you're not going to spend, and I think I may be suffering from that, because at the end of the day, my wife would always say, look at the results, you must spend now with it. So yeah, I'm working on that, But it's important that you understand that you need to be patient when it comes to taking trials. You need to be willing to modify time frames. Colin was fortunate to make 400,000 within his first 2 weeks. I was still saying on one Zoom call, I said, no, Colin, make $10,000, which is 200,000. And he was like, no, Luciano. It was $20,000, which is 400,000. And he shared his testimony now. So, but it's not, I'm not promising everyone to make that kind of money in the first few weeks, because you need to understand the husband too. So, I suppose he put in a trade with close to 50,000 or 100,000. So, someone who's going to do their first trade, like when I started in 2016, in February, I was driving Uber with 1,000 rand. 1,000 rand is a lot of money for me back then. So, but I couldn't have wanted to make the kind of money that he made. It had to happen over time. Obviously, the more money that you have, then you often get your results quicker. Then, you need to be realistic in your expectation. I just shared that. Don't want to start off with 1,000 and expect a million. And that is where scams comes in. Scammers, they hear, oh, you want to get rich in 2 weeks. Okay, they make a nice website. They promise you that. You send your money, and then they block you. When enough people have sent you money, it's just 300 rand to create a website. So if enough people send money, they put off the website, they just start another website or something else. And that is why we are here today. So I can educate you, so you can become scam proof. That is the goal. So everyone here, we make our income this way. So it's either you are an employee, you're self-employed, you're a big business owner, or you're an investor. 90% of people, next slide, 90% of people find themselves here. 90% of the population that find themselves here. You can argue 95%. But it's shocking to realize that over 90% of the money is here. These guys are sitting with all of the money, but they are like less than 5% people. And they sitting with all of the money because they have different ways on how they make the money. Guys, it's a simple formula. I teach in my book. Even when you download the free book, then it's also within that. So if you are selling your time for money, your time is limited. You can only work so many hours, which means your income is limited. So these guys, big business owners, they build a system. So Mr. Ackerman, he doesn't go to every Ackerman's every morning to go and open up. He built a system, and that system makes him money. I can always see a So then investors look for guys like this to invest into. So if it is not your goal to get here, then you are wasting your time. Maybe you're not wasting your time because they are patients. You know what I'm saying? So if there's nothing wrong being here, nothing wrong. But I couldn't be here. I was working 16 hours per day. I couldn't stay here. Yes, I was here. Then I became self-employed, but I soon realized, you know what? Even if I'm self-employed, if I'm not there, then I'm not making money. So I had to get here. I had to get here. You'll never find me working from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset. Because in that time, I keep the 7, right? But when I put my phone on a Saturday night after sunset, I would see money flowing in because I built a system to make money. So now I don't have to sell my time for money. But I'm not saying you must now go and resign. You see, I failed tremendously in that. I had to do it a few times to get it right. So, next slide. Well, let's talk about saving money. Friends, who knows what fractional reserve banking is? 2 minutes. Fractional reserve banking. Anyone? Okay. I'm sure some of you know, but thank you for making me look smart. So, fractional reserve banking, FRB, works as follows. Suppose I play lotto and I win 5 million. I'm banking with FMB. So now the lotto sends the 5 million to my bank account. Now there's something called the reserve bank. And the reserve bank sets the ratio, how much money you need to have in order to create how much money. So if they say the reserve ratio is 1 to 10, so whatever gets deposited in your account, you can make loans up to times 10. So now the lotto sends 5 million to me. They can now make loans for 50 million without doing anything. Many of us have to work for money, but that is just one way how they're creating money. If I have time, I would have explained all of it, but you can write down fractional reserve banking and go home and do research. Now, you come and borrow money, and then they still are charged interest on that money that doesn't exist, because if the lotto wasn't deposited into my bank account, they legally they couldn't have created that money. So, but then Mika's here has a good credit score. And he says that he's going to develop, he's going to buy a piece of land here in Shortable, and he's going to develop it, and the bank borrows him 50 million. But he banks with Nedbank. So now, that thought, remember, I'm with FNB. Now FNB can make loans. He comes to FNB, and if he borrows the money by FNB, which they can legally make, but he banks with Nedbank, so they send the money to Nedbank. Now, Nedbank gets 50 million of Mika's here. What can they legally now do? Okay, how much? 500 million. Can we see how money is being deflated? Dit is hoekom die geld nie waarde het nie. Dit verloor sy waarde. So it is besides the government misspending money and geld and fraud and all of those kind of things. So I'm not going to get into that. So the US dollar lost like 97% of its value. The South African even worse. One day, Germany, they just woke up and then the money was worth nothing. Same Venezuela. Same, what's this, our neighbor, Zimbabwe. And that is why I never have more than 50,000 rands in my bank account. It's always crypto or NFTs. But I don't expect you to go and do the same. I've been here for 7 years. If I were to study medicine for 7 years, I would be a what? A doctor. So I'm not saying that you now learning for the first time and then you do the same. I've been here through cycles. I know how to move around. So let's speak about NFTs. What does NFT stand for? Non-fungible tokens. So non-fungible tokens is basically, let's say, I always make this example. I'm sure the guys at the back are already tired of this example. But at the end of the day, there's one company that I work for. If you do so much sales, they give you a BMW 1 Series. They still exist if you wish to hear more about it, but at the later stage. Then they gave me a BMW because when I heard you are gonna, if I sell insurance or medical, then you're gonna pay me for the rest of my life as long as those people stay client. Then I found 500 people, and then they gave me the car, and I'm still earning after many years, but that's not the point. But here's the car. Then they made me a manager. I didn't want to stay in the office. Then I bought myself the same car. But obviously, even though it's the same car, they have two different VIN numbers. Yeah? So if you were to have a BMW 1 Series and I also have the same car, same color, everything is the same. Can we just say, you take this one, I take this one?
No.
You can't so much. Why? Because it's got a license number, a VIN number to show that this is ownership. So that is what non-fungible is. We can't just change it. But if I were to have like 200 rands, 100 rand notes, and you have a 200 rand, we can exchange it. And that is fungible. So it's not rocket science. I didn't even know what is this quarantine was. When everyone spoke in lockdown about quarantine, I had to go to the dictionary because the word has been there, but we just didn't use it. Likewise with non-fungible. Yeah? The word has been there forever. It's not something new. So it's digital, so it represents ownership, and it's unique, like I've just explained. Every one of them has a unique owner. It's limited. Now that is what I like about it. Money is not limited. If you go to right now, if you go to the World Debt Clock, go to South Africa, you will see that as soon as a child borns, and that is why you can go to jail if you don't register them. So as soon as you register them, they have a citizen debt. They have 76,000 rand debt. Every one of you here, whether you made that debt or not, you have debt of close to 76,000 rand. So as soon as you register your kid, they have that debt. The more children we have, it's like we have more stock, the more money they can borrow. Okay? So we understand that. But obviously, go and do your research. Yeah, so we are paying interest close to $300 per second. Close to 6,000 rand per second. And the guys in charge now, they know they're not going to be here next term, so they just do this. the next one coming must see to this problem. That is why I don't trust fiat currency. But when it comes to crypto or NFTs, I know it's limited. So no one can just make more. There will only be 21 million Bitcoin. When I started in 2017, it was 7,000 and a Bitcoin. What did Colin say? How much is one Bitcoin now? 570,000 rand. Because everybody wants it, but you can't, no one can make more. So which means the demand goes up. What's going to happen if you are the only one with a certain, we call it antique, a certain antique card? What's going to happen? People are going to offer more and more and more and more and more. But what happens if you have a Toyota Etios like mine? So, at the end of the day, the fact that it is limited, that is why I'm in this industry. That is the main reason why I'm here. Because now I can buy something and hold on to it. If my mother saved a whole week's pay that she earned a few years ago, 300 rand, she could have bought a whole week's food because she only used 8 rand of it. But now even with the 300 rand, she can't buy a whole week's food. So if you are leaving the money with the bank, are you making, even though they're giving you interest, are you making a profit or loss? A loss. No, if you take 1,000 rand, you go to ShopRite and you make a list of what you can buy. Yeah? And then you say, no, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to leave this money with the bank. And next year you come back with 1,000 rand and 50 rand. Rand is your profit. And you try and go and buy that same amount of food. Yeah, I cost in no, wait, because inflation is faster than what they give you profit. So that is why we want to understand this industry. So that's what I'm saying, that I'm not seeing individuals here. You are representing families. So if we are 50 here, there are 50 families. And if there are 10 in the family, then we're basically looking at 500 people. And the generation goes on. So a change can basically come from there. We change. Something that we can relate to. Elon Musk, South African born, he started Tesla. 2003, he sells PayPal. He's got a lot of money. He starts Tesla. He promises he's going to bring us a car that is going to drive without petrol. Obviously, everyone says that, you know what, no, impossible. He had a bit of money. He registered his company. Now, when you register a company, then you have shares, or when you want to trade on the stock market, stocks. Yeah? So people weren't so interested in Tesla stock. They said this guy's crazy, how is the car going to drive without petrol? But then comes close to him launching the first car, comes 2008, the market collapsed, recession worldwide. It takes longer to build this car, and he runs out of money. So what does it do? He goes and sells some of his shares to generate more money. I want you to keep that at the back of your mind, because when you understand that, then you understand crypto or NFTs or anything else. So do we understand that? Yes. It's clear, right? Okay. Now, he goes and sells shares to get money, to finish the roadmap, to build this car. So now he launches this car. And then people are excited. Then they buy Tesla shares, because they know the more shares they buy, the more dividends they will earn, because all the money Tesla is making, it must be paid out to the shareholders. So the more shares they buy, the more money they make, and the more, no one can create now more Tesla shares. So now more and more people want it. What's going to happen with the Tesla share price? It does this. So now it comes in 2022, and it says, I'm going to launch the Roadster. Now more people want it. So what happens with Tesla shares? Even higher. So do we see why the shares value goes up? Because demand goes up. Okay, I can see based on your reaction that it's the same. Now Elon Musk understood one thing, and this is the same strategy that we use. And if you are an entrepreneur and you implement this strategy, then you cannot fail. Yes, it may take you a bit longer, but you cannot fail if you do this right. So, we implement the TRD method in our industry, and that's why we make money when the market goes up and when the market goes down. As baie van ons jaloerse mense wat na my toe kom en sê, Luciana, ek sien Bitcoin het afgegaan, hoe lyk dit nou as? Not knowing that we even make money when it goes down. It just depends how you position yourself. So, hulle het lekker hulle amper nou om so. And you're like, I don't want to sound arrogant, but you pass this stage where you need to convince people to believe in this thing. So, that is why I just focus on educating. I travel all across South Africa, every week, different city, teaching people for free. Even if people don't buy in, it won't stop us from getting the result we get. But when guys returns and he asks me, buddy, will you take it? I can say, I win. But the one was good. So, this is some of the results that some of our clients has. Alicia was on a Zoom call with us in December. Listen to what I explained. She made 100,000 rand in the first month. The second month she made another 100,000 rand. And that is basically 10K. She made 10K within 2 months, $10,000. So, Mr. Hoffman is here, Colin is here, he shared his testimony. He made in his first month, he made $20,000, 400,000 rand. So, let's proceed. Now, I always say that guys, don't expect. I remember in the beginning I said your expectations must be realistic. If you're starting off with 2,000 or 2,000, etc., build your portfolio. I don't teach people to make money and have a nice big piece of meat end of the month. We teach how to build a portfolio over time. Because when you build a portfolio over time, then your portfolio works for you. And irrespective of what you are doing on that day, you're not selling your time. Because this gentleman here has a big portfolio and the market went up 10%. I shared with the group yesterday. That 20K that Colin made, I'm sure he told his wife about yesterday and the day before yesterday. Okay, the smile is still there. He made another $6,000. That's 120,000 rands. Just by, I got confirmation from him to share. So, but at the end of the day, if the market goes up 10%, whatever you have is plus 10%. So, it's if the market goes up 10%, so whatever you have is plus 10%. So you make 10% in a day. So as jy 2 miljoen aan het en die mark gaan 10% op, dan maak jy 200,000 in 'n dag. So this guy has a big portfolio. The market went up. The rand laughs, he knows the person. So, but then his market went up in 24 hours to 254,000. But that person also started small, less than 2,000. So, but don't start off with 1,000 and now go and sit. Yes, you may be surprised when it gets 10,000, but how is 10,000 and going to change your life? Yeah? So, therefore, we develop a program that can make you even more money, but without investing, but we're going to split at another stage on that. Some of the misconceptions, things people believe that is not true, is you need to give your hard-earned money to others to trade. Guys, we teach you how to create a wallet, how to take charge of your own money. Stop disinvesting into companies that just put off websites. They are sucking our country dry. If I had time, I could speak about the many scams that exist. Now, I'm not going to stand here and say I've never fallen prey to scams, but I've learned through the process. You don't need to give your money to yourself. Yes, it comes with responsibility, and that's why we are there to guide you. Do this, do this, do this. And you are the only one who has access to your money. If you ever went to Cape Town, when you get to the toll gate, you give your card, they take your money, they don't need your PIN. It needs to show you that there's someone else who has authority over that card as well. If you are now gonna divorce, or God forbid, what happens? They close that account until everything is sorted out, which means there's a third party who has authority over that account. But when it comes to what we teach is, it doesn't matter who wants to do what. You are the person in charge of that money. No one can get to it without you giving them access to it. It gives you more control. However, it comes with responsibility. Yeah? You lose it. As je kan toe by die kommentaar by op jou. Comes with responsibility. But don't worry about that. There are many ways on how to be safe within this ministry. So we teach them. So don't go and dabble with it without understanding. That's why we are here. Now, people also think that you need to trade all day. Guys, you don't need to trade all day. You do not need to trade all day. A month ago, one of the trades that we did, it made us 400,000 in one day. And that was when I was up and down, Cape Town, Joburg, etc. You don't have to sit in front of your computer the entire day. So what did I do? Because I'm traveling so much, I took less than half of that commission even for the 7-seater. Because I've got like 5 kids. So at the end of the day, but the point that I want to bring is you do not need to type all day in order to overcome this. Yes, if you have the time, you can. We provide the resources, but it's not compulsory. Mr. Hoffman is running a business. So at the end of the day, you can't be on your device the entire day. But if you wish to do it, like I said, there are business people to do it. And you don't need to invest big when you get started. Marketers make you believe that you need a lot of money to get started, because when you get started with a big amount, they get a commission. So the bigger you start off with, the bigger their commission. But that's not the case. I started in 2016 in February with 1,000. You start off with right where you are. But like I say, obviously the less you start off with, the longer it takes for you to get to the goals. Now, many of you may be wondering, what is this TFD? So the T basically stands for the team. Every company that has a stock or a share that you can buy, it represents a company. And if that is not a profit-generating business, chances are, I don't care how excited people are about it, it's going to die. Because there's no money coming in. There's no money coming in. So don't fall for this. People just make a promise, I'm going to bring you this car, and you're going to make so much money. And then you put your money there without understanding how is this company making money. In the meantime, they're taking your money and pay the others, taking your money. That's what we call a Ponzi scheme. There's no money being made or profit being generated. So let us get to this. The team, they need to be trustworthy. They need to be transparent, and they need to have a track record. We can't be investing into entrepreneurs who keep launching new businesses every month. He doesn't complete anything. He's excited now about this. Have you met those people? He's excited now about this, and then tomorrow he's excited about this, and you leave everything half. My wife knows she mustn't give me cleaning work because I can't make keys come because it's why I don't So that's not my strong point. So when looking for an entrepreneur, you need to invest into people who has a good track record. They finish what they get started with. That's the T. The R stands for resources. That team needs to have the skill to do that. If they make a promise, Mr. Jack Ma, he says that he's not smart. He's a richest guy in China. He's not smart. He just find a way how to let smart people work together.
Yes.
It's very difficult for smart people to work together. Very difficult. And elkeen, most of the kids, Because they're smart, they know they're smart. But his words, not my words, he says that stupid people, they can work together easily. So the reason why he's a multi-billionaire is because he knows how to let smart people work together. So, I'll go back. So now, if you make a promise, you need to have the skill to deliver that promise. And it's going to happen over time. Elon Musk had money ran out, but fortunately he had shares to go and sell. Many come and make a promise, and then they have a little bit of money, but they build, and before they can launch it, there's no more money to finish it. So it's important that you understand the team, they need to have the resources, they need to have the skill, they need to have money for at least a cycle or two. Then they're safe. Because everything happens in cycles. Everything in life, friends, we have discussed this. Whether it's the president, whether it's even your emotions, you can't be happy all the time. There's a time to be sad, there's a time to be happy, there's a time to be excited. Imagine I'm smiling the whole day. I'm just smiling. You guys don't think there's something going to happen. So everything happens in cycles. So we get angry when the market goes down. Why do you get angry? If Woolworth says now that, you know what, this bottle of water that is normally, how much is it? Woolworth's 50 rand? It's now 5 rand. Why do you say, yes, I'm going to buy it because it's on special now? So that is why Colin said, when the market goes down, when it's red, we buy. But those who are not educated concerning this industry, when it's red, they're like, oh, I'm selling everything, I don't want to be here, I want out. In the meantime, we say, yes, sell it to us, come, we're buying. And then, just a few weeks after that, when the market goes up and everyone talks about it and it goes up, then those people come back and they come and buy high. Why would you buy a bag of potatoes for 100 rand and go and sell it for 5 rand? It doesn't make sense. So, let's see. Demand. Elon Musk knows that it doesn't matter how many cars I build, there will always be people who are going to buy my cars. That is why if you order a Tesla now, you're going to wait. It's not VW. If you try to VW now, the car staan in duizenden huis. There's no one here who's working at VW. The last time I was here, my friend was here who works at VW. But because there is demand, but the demand and the supply is basically the same. But when it comes to Tesla, the cars, you need to order it. Sometimes you wait 6 months, you wait a year, sometimes 2 years. And that is why Elon Musk, he don't mind building the company. And that's why people want to invest into it, because there will always be people who want electric cars. They are coming now out with a truck that drives 500 miles on one charge. That is 960, according to my calculation, 960 kilometers. That's from here to Joburg to, without petrol. Imagine. So that is the kind of companies that you are going to invest in. So a cryptocurrency and an NFT, it is also a representation of a business. When someone tells you about a coin or an NFT, you must ask, what is this company doing? How are they making money? Because but now people don't ask these questions. They just, it looks nice and everyone is talking about it. Then you also, and then someone just put off the website, then it's gone. You need to do the research, TRD. Okay, let's conclude. All the big players are doing this. These guys, especially, I've been implementing it to a certain extent, but when I got into this group, I realized that, you know what, all of these guys don't know. And there are serious guys in this group, multi-millionaires. Not South African millionaires, I'm talking dollar millionaires. There are people who are building billion-dollar businesses within their group. So, entrepreneurs come to us and they say, you know what, we want to launch this business, but we need some money. we would look at them. If they have the TRD method, if it is, everything checks off, then we will invest into it. But if it doesn't, we won't. But you must know, when we buy into it, those are people all across the world. This one represents 10,000 people there in that industry, beauty, maybe beauty, skincare. This one is in whatever industry. I'm, for instance, representing South Africa. In fact, I'm the only African in there because people are like, 500,000, just to get in there, no. What if I get there and there's what I don't want? But at the end of the day, it's totally worth it. When I wanted to learn how to take my business global, I invested 200,000. I invested it. But at the end of the day, I made way more than that. I know now how to sit in my house and build a business and make more than that. So no one can take that skill away from me. That is why I'm teaching this. The skill that you are learning here today, no one can take it away from you. Even if you don't join us. So, we spoke about NFTs. Let's get to private sales and then conclude. So, an entrepreneur comes to us and he says, you know what, I need some money and I'm willing to sell my shares or my coins for 0.003 cents. We look at it and we say, yeah, this business, we think this can work. Guys, these guys in this group, they can look at the business idea and say, this is going to last 18 months and it's dead. And like, how is this guy doing? This is going to last 8 months and it's dead. This is going to last 6 years and it's like, because they have the experience, they have experience in building multi-million-dollar businesses. That is why I even tell my staff, guys, this is what the course, I like 200,000 course I bought. I tell them straight, this is what we do. This is what it says, what we must do. Unless we have more than 500,000 rands, we don't change a thing. We don't question. Have you noticed how a poor person would say, you know what, these rich people don't know what to do with their money. I had that money, I'll show them what to do. Why would you want to have a degree in how to spend? Why not want to learn how to actually make it? Because at the end of the day, there's a reason why that person got to where they are, because of their mindset. So the mindset of these people, I respect. Oftentimes we run into challenges, then I'm like, guys, this is happening now in my business, etc. No, Lucian, do this and this and this and this. Some people won't like this that you're mentioning, but it's important. Just be honest and tell them this is what it is. They don't like it, but some will respect your honesty. Those who don't, those who want to be pleased all the time, it's fine. Just part ways with them. So at the end of the day, being in this group, just being there, it's totally worth it. Now, entrepreneurs come to us, they say, I want to start a business, I need money, we buy into it. It's like Shark Tank, eh? You know, you come and you ask for money, they buy in, you must know that if they buy in, and those people take it, if we take it within one day, it's global, because everyone is from different countries and they're representing different people. So at the end of the day, they give us a good price on whatever they're selling. So now we buy the token for that. Now we go to the influencers and the celebrities. We tell them, you know what, you can buy it at the cheap price, create awareness. So now the YouTubers go, the TikTokers, the Twitter, everyone goes and they do their thing. So by the time when we launch on the DEX, now we launched at 0.03. We are happy because whatever we put in, it's times 10. These guys are happy, but whatever they put in is times 6. Because I'm here, everyone who has my products, I give it to them. I give them access to it. If I were not there, we wouldn't have access to it unless you're sitting with 500,000. So now I'm buying in order to give the others an opportunity to get in on this price also. You come with your one hand, the other one comes with 50%, etc. You understand it? So now when they form more partnerships or they deliver their product, then more people want, and then it goes up in value. Finance or Luno doesn't just load you on the exchange just because you have a token. It takes time for them to trust you. They want to see you have a community, you have money, you have the skill to deliver, etc. So by the time it gets there, people are excited to buy on the first day when something launches on Binance. In the meantime, we already bought a long time ago. They buy there, they are happy, they bought early, but those who partner with us, get in here early. So, next one. Colin said, but the key is patience, because it doesn't happen overnight. Yes, sometimes it happens overnight. We'll lose your testimony within first month, 100K, next month, 100K. Same with Colin, same with Carlo, same with many other of our clients. But there are also projects that we invest into all the time. But it takes time because it's a real business. Real businesses takes time to make money. So we don't make magic. So it happens over time. So next slide. That is basically what we provide. So if you invested X amount here and you held on up until here, you can see what it goes to. What happens over time. So it's important to have that mindset of building a portfolio over time. Go for it. Okay, now it's working now. So I'm grateful to my team. They allowed me to lock myself up and go and write this book. Because there are so many people who come to me and say, Lucian, I've invested X amount here, and now my money is in profit. But they say I must put more money before I can withdraw. Have that happened to someone here? I don't want to step on toes, so let's pretend it happened to nobody. But this is what the scammers do. They give you money, you give them your money, they say, now your 3,000 rands, now 70,000 rands. Now they say, you know what, but in order to withdraw, you need to put in 10,000 rands because your account is so big now. You say, okay, let me put in 10K. Then they say, but you took 3 days in order to get the 10K. Now they say, your 70K is not 70K, it's now 210K. Sure. So which means you're in a different bracket. Now you need just another 5,000 rand more. Who can I borrow 5,000 rand now? Until you start saying, no, I don't have, just take the money from that and then give me, and they're like, you don't ask me. Boop, they block you. We're laughing about it. This is what's happening every day for 7 years. I'm no commission. They're like, listen, I tried to help me get my money back. If I give my money back, I'll give you half. I'm like, you know I'm in this industry for all these years. But you go there, and now you have a problem, and now you want to come here. Don't need money. And I tell them what I told Colin, $600, man, then I can. Guys, time is money. Time is money. Whatever. Those who pay attention. I can give this program. I gave it to my friends. They didn't take action, which means they didn't make money. People are paying 30,000 rand and then they make money. If you don't pay for something, you won't value it. I can buy myself a 2 million rand car now. It will look the same after 10 years. If I were to give it to, I don't want to mention names, but are they going to look after the same way? You have a pair of techies, man, for 3 years, you give it to someone 2 weeks. Sure. The same. So, but at the end of the day, those who pay attention. But I'm giving you access to my book, the free copy. Just the first 3 chapters, there's a bit of magic in there. Eh? So when you read those 3 chapters, then you are like makers. Wait, the book klaar maak, man. Others phone me and say, you can't do this. It's like talking to someone and you stop in the conversation. Give me the link, let me buy the full book. Then you buy the full book. So when you want to buy the full book, You get the full book, but we also give you a bonus. My mentor, the one I bought the program from for 200,000, he always says that whatever you sell to people, they must be able to make 10x on it. So I give you that, I give you this, and I give you, you send stuff with an iPad, but you only pay 255. No one can tell me they don't afford 255. If you don't afford it, you should have time. Just go and watch 5 cars. Yes. So my method teaches me to sell something, and someone must be able to make 10 times that money. So I only got 42,009 from Colin, and he made 500,000.
Sure.
So I said no. So I'm going to betalen. I'm not joking. But at the end of the day, guys, whatever you sell, doesn't matter what you sell, it must be worthwhile for the person. And that is what we at NMS, what we believe, implement in everything that we do. So, now that funny because now we're in here, we have to learn. Okay, so just to recap again, the bonuses that you get when buying the table, when buying the full book, you get the bonus training, you stand a chance to win an iPad, and you can earn commissions when building the business. You can get that full book at nftmillionairesecret.com. When you get the full book, you put in your email address. There you put in your name. After you've paid, you put in your name, your email address, the phone number, put your sponsor's name. The guy who invited you or the girl who invited you, put their name there. We just want to say thank you to them. But don't forget this. Put their name in there. Now, who here would love for us to keep you by the hand every step of the way on this journey? If I were to be in church now, I would tell the deacons, Mark 6, So, did you see? So,
Yes.
in order to get us to hold your hand throughout the way, we are going to give you a step-by-step course, both on trading NFTs and trading autos, spot trading. You're going to have a membership website. So whether you are studying, whether you are working, whether you have all the time, you can finish it within a day. If you don't have much time, you can finish it over time at your leisure. On your own time, you can finish the course. You get access to the private sales that comes in here. And then we also give you 4,000 rands worth of NMS tokens. Now these tokens, they have the potential to do 10x times 10. We don't invest into something if it doesn't have the potential to do more than 10 times. So, we give you 4,000 rands worth of tokens. Now, what does this D1 stand for? You can see there's an airplane there. So, an aircraft, when it's on the runway, and it reaches the speed, its top speed, the pilot puts it in D1. And when that aircraft is in D1, even if there's a car coming in front of it, it can't stop. Because even if it brakes, the brakes will fail. They will either try and take off. And that is where V1 comes from. So once you commit, we're going to give 200% to get you to your goal that you want. The first email that you will get is goal set also. It's how to set goals like a billionaire. There's nothing, I don't want to turn this into a sermon, but there's nothing that comes to your mind that you can't achieve. As a man, think it's so easy. If you believe that something is not possible, you're right. Because you're not going to put in the action. If you're sitting here and think this is a scam, you're not going to become part of us, and you're going to go home like nothing happened. But if you believe, like Tyson did, and you put in the action, then you have the potential to have the same testimony that the others have. So, to get D1, you will pay $500. 10,000 rand. But in return, you're going to get all of these, but you're also getting 4,000 rands worth of tokens. So when those tokens does 10x, you've got 40k. So it's more than what you obviously started off with. But that is not all the value. I believe that in a year, you learn even to make way more than that. Because you learn a skill that no one can take away from you. Doesn't matter where you are going. So, for you to get D1, you can either get back to the person who invited you here, or you can go to our website at nftmalayanasika.com/D1. When you do the payment, just put in your sponsor there. We'll say thank you to that person. You'll be able to invest up to 10,000 rand into different projects. We will limit you, obviously, because it's just D1. But let's say you have more than 50,000 rand to invest. If you have 50, I would say stick with D1 because you can invest 10k into like 5 different projects. Yeah? But if you have more than that and you want to invest more, then what you want to do, you want to get V2. V2, it gives you V1, everything you saw there, but it will also teach you crypto trading. You go on our coaching course, once Colin spoke about, this is what Colin bought. Yeah? So, there's trading in there, futures trading, spot trading, all those combined, then you have bigger allocations into private sales. Then you can put more into private sales. Not only 10k, you can put more. I don't want to say 100k, just now Colin says I want 100k. 30k into different ones. Some of them, like the one we're doing now, you can put up to 100k even. Share with you. So that is what V2 is. But we also give you double tokens that you get in V1. 8,000 rands worth of tokens. So when that does times 10, you have 80,000 rands. And for V2, you pay 1,500 US dollars, which is 30,000 rand. Now, just this week, my people came to me and said, Lucia, we want to, there's some people who can't get in at V2 or V1. Can't we work out something? I said, there's the book, there's the training. No, but they want you to guide them, they want all of this. So we said, you know what? Let us go and create the beginner's course. Yeah? We launched it, how many days ago then?
On Sunday.
On Sunday?
Beginner's course.
Beginner's course, okay. How many did we sell?
Sure. I'm still busy.
Okay, let's say 20.
It's more.
So we said, let's create a beginner's course. Let people come in at the lower price so they can be part of this experiment. So, what do you get when you have the beginner's course? You also get the membership site. I'm telling you how to trade NFTs. You get bi-weekly, you get calls from us who are in a WhatsApp group. Because in our WhatsApp group, guys, I can show you how to project and show you how. This one says he made this one says he made that. Yesterday, Colin, like, I made 30,000 and then Gordon said, I made this, and then Colin said later on, see where I am now, 60,000, no, this one is there, and then at the end of the day was 120k. So we are in a group where we share, I'm going to do this now, what do you guys think? Or just I'm going to do this. If you want to do it, if you want to invest in it, yes, if you don't want to, no. It's like having this group. But all my people, they don't have 500,000 people to get here. So that is why I'm here, to give them access to it. And then you can also put up to $100. You can put up to 2,000 rand into different private sales. You can't put more. Obviously, if you want to put more, then you have enough of V1. So there will always be people who want to exploit. They want to buy the lowest tax, but they want to invest big. So yeah, we just want to cover that. So there are the benefits. And then when this does 10x, you also have back more than what you actually got started with. So you're basically getting the product for free. So that is the beginner's course. Thanks. So that goes for $167. which is basically 3,500 rand. It is limited, guys. It's limited. We are only going to allow a few. I said we're going to keep it at 100, but in 1 week we'll only get 20. I don't know. People are getting paid on Friday. Maybe by tomorrow it will be 100 people. So those people who buy in for 200,000 rand or for 30,000 rand, those are the people who take the course and they watch it and then they implement. The ones who come in for 2,000 rand and 50 rand, they're like, I want to speak to the manager. I invested so much. You know, it's always the people who come in with a lower product, who has all of the questions. They don't go and watch the training. They say, no, I don't have time to watch the training. So do you expect me to explain to you again? I said, yeah, I'll explain, but it's 2,000 an hour. So pay and I'll speak to you. Because you just bought the lower product. Go and watch it. You'll get the same results. My mentor told me, Lucian, you don't get, we're speaking hands, they're speaking dollars. He tells me you don't carry the product less than $5,000. Which means, he says I mustn't speak to people who don't buy for 100,000 rand. He says as soon as you go lower than $5,000, they will give you 10,000 questions.
Problems. Yes.
Then I must employ more. You'll see, NMS team is just so big because those people who buy in for the lesser amount, they don't watch, they don't listen. So at the end of the day, but I also want to be fair. I was also at the stage where I could only afford a small amount. And that is why I will employ more people to accommodate those people. But that is why the first email that you will get from me is where we speak goal setting, we speak mindset.
Yes. What
kind of mindset you must have. Your mind, I'm going to step on toes, but wherever you're finding yourself now, it's because of your mindset. I had to make a conscious decision. Hey, I can't do working 16 hours. Even though this 1,000 rand is a lot. No one has money left at the end of the month. But I said, this money I'm going to get started with it. And then, whatever we do, Abu Kiyosaki says, your future is not shaped by what you do tomorrow. It's shaped by what you do today. Because you make the decision today. And that, the decisions that you make today will lead to where you will be tomorrow. So you can get it for 3,500. This is the website. If that website doesn't work anymore, just know that I took it from the table. Yeah? But it is still open, so you can decide to do it. And we said for the first 10 people, we will give them this. We are already past 10 people, so they're not getting this anymore. But if you make the decision tonight, for the beginners, ja, staan, ja, ek het nog klaar gesê, die mense klaar vir julle kom in môre slaan. That's my donation. But you will get the body warmer. Obviously, if you get V1 and V2, even at the later stage, you will still get the body warmer. Then, obviously, we also give away iPads. We are giving away 1,000, not 1,100 this year. We already gave out close to 40. So as soon as you get into V1, whenever it's 15, we take it home. And V2, whenever it's 5 people, we do it home. And then, yeah, that is basically it. But for those of you who are open to do business, who are not afraid to tell others about it. Remember, it's not compulsory. You can just keep this and not tell anyone about it and make money. But if you are open to build a business, we teach you how to do it right. The reason why many people don't like selling is because so many people do it wrong. We teach attraction marketing. Attraction is when you come to me, yeah, without me having to. You understand? So we teach that, and when you do that, and at the end of the day, when you get to a certain stage, in fact, let me quickly share. When you have 10 people that you show this, and all you need to do is show them the playbook. Just give enough people the playbook. Just that. When you've made enough sales, the first rank, you earn 18,000 rand commissions. And you get the free iPad. The second rank, you earn 45,000 rand. okay, you guys aren't PE, but we fly people to PE and give them a nice weekend. But obviously you guys are here, so you'll get the cash. Number 8, you earn 180,000 rand. And then you earn 180,000 rand, and then we are going to go to Thailand for 7 days. You qualify for that. 7 days and nights, including breakfast for you and your partner. So, say hi, my name is Bakhan. So I will take his testimony and share it, and all his friends will come to him. And rank 4, by then you have earned $1 million in commissions, and then your bonus is a Land Rover Defender, which is around about $2 million, or you can take a house to that value, or if you decide, you know what, I don't want those, I want the cash, you can also take the cash. So that you can find out more at nftmillionairesecret.com/ranks. So friends, that is basically, in summary, I'm just going to share with you the NMS token. We're going to launch a token coming Sunday. That token has the potential to do even more than 10x. So when you are buying these products, you're basically getting that token as well. We have another project that is launching soon. It has the potential to do more than 100x. NMS community has over 2 million in there. So when that project does 100x, 2 million goes to 200 million. And that profits gets shared amongst those who has NMS tokens. That is why we're giving you NMS tokens. Because whatever profit the company makes, that goes back towards the NMS token. And those who are holding NMS token are basically the ones who are self-becoming. These are the project that I spoke about that has potential to 100x is called Amino. They have partnerships with the NFL teams. Now we are not in America. We don't realize how big the NFL is in America. It's like soccer, the World Cup is. Like the soccer World Cup is for us, that is how it is there for them, football. They have a partnership with the Washington Commanders. If you go in the stadium, you will see Amino big there. They have a partnership with Amazon. Whenever you buy on Amazon, they get cash back. But in order to save time, I'm not going to go to all of the details, but they have partnership with Binance and of the biggest influencers in the industry that even I can't get. But like I said, these guys are guys who are building billion-dollar companies. It's above me, but I'm learning from them. So, the NMS token, this is how we are generating money. Whenever people are buying our products, we are generating money. Whenever we are partnering with entrepreneurs, some entrepreneurs tell me, you know what, the market is saturated. You can't be competing with people in a city like Port Elizabeth. Obviously, everyone has their finger almost in everything. That is why we are competing in a global scale. Because now, the pie is bigger. So, we obviously partner with entrepreneurs, and we are then making money from that. From our trades, we are also making money. We are also investing in these private sales, etc. So we are making money there as well. And many are paying us between 10 and 30,000 rand per month for me consulting for them, showing them how to do certain things.
Sorry, Mr. Hammond. Tell me, what's the price of your V1 package?
10K. You want to buy it again? Just to get the tokens? Oh, yeah, right. Okay, yes. You know, these guys, they just want to have their own wallet. So go for it. So obviously, as more partnerships come, so we have multiple ways how we're making money, and all that money goes back to buying NMS tokens. So that is why I didn't market this products so hard, because I only want people who believe in us to buy those tokens, because you're getting it early, you're getting it at the same price of the pre-sale. So why should I convince people who don't even like me to buy it? Because when they have my token, I will have to work for them, because whatever I'm going to do, what I'm going to profit, we're going to share the profits with everyone who has the NMS token. That is why I'm just telling you about it. Take it, we all make money. Don't take it, we will eat it. So, that is basically the end of it, guys. Our support team, you can find them at info@lucian.com. I changed the email there from support to info. But you can support at lucian.com or info@lucian.com. And we have a friendly team that will obviously take care of you. Any questions?
I'm here now.
Yeah? Questions? Yeah. Okay, any questions? No questions? Okay, so who is getting V1?
Sorry?
Who is getting V1?
Go girl.
Who is getting the beginners? Who is going for V2?
Yes.
Okay, guys,
I'm free.
like I always say, I want to congratulate you for coming out, for taking the time to educate yourself. I know you left your families behind, etc. Maybe you need to go back and go and study, etc. Your time is valuable, but I have planted the seed, and I trust that this will be the start of great things. Please do not leave us with all of the food that we still have here. So yeah, please do enjoy. I'll be here, and if you want to come to me in private and ask me questions, etc., you can do so. Don't be shocked, because Lolly likes taking pictures, and she will be taking pictures. Okay? Thanks so much.
You are in the
It's really eating, but I don't.